just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Ball is loose. Oh, and just like they threw it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down.
What a lucky...
And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They're working that left side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking for a man. It's Tomlinson. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Sometimes in life, there's only one thing to do. Punt. And they should punt. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Running to Green. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's going to take off. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's got it down the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Off play action. He's got it, first down and more. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking for room. It's Powell. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Snags it over the middle. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. He was all by himself out there. Someone just lost track of their assignment.
And that's so frustrating because you want to make offenses earn it. And you don't want to give up big plays and bust coverages and let people run wide open, especially good players. Like, you know this guy's a good player, and you let him run wide open down the field.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Snap it to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The ball is right at the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. They're looking for the first touchdown of the day. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Tomlinson. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Breaks into the open. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Clark. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Oh, they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to throw, it's Tomlinson. Quickly out to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
From the gun, give on the inside. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It'll be a draw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. With the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Back to throw, it's Tomlinson. Looking for the goal line. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he makes the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Motion from the back. Going to swing it on second down. Here comes the heat. And now the ball is free in the end zone. A loose pigskin in the end zone, and the defense is all over it. A fumble recovery for a touchdown.
And the defense right now flying around, getting to the ball carrier, knocking the ball loose, running into the end zone, jumping on it for a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Wants to go up top. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Under fire. Looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
So no dice on 3rd down, and they'll punt it away on 4th. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Clark. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Now on first down from the 43. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback gets the first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Tomlinson. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under fire. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not.
It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Finds his big tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Graves. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Allen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellows, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Going to the run to start this second half. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Got it behind the line. It's Clark. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Tomlinson. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. I don't know what it is about a missed field goal that can send a bolt of energy through an opposing offense. Now they've got it at about their own 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Punts it out of the air. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They bring the punter onto the field now. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Tomlinson. Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And just nowhere to go with the football for that quarterback. The defense in a nickel, they had extra DBs on the field, doing a nice job in the back end covering, and just no receivers able to get open.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Gets the back moving. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun, running back on the move. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Holds it in and looking upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he picks up a 1st down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the 2nd half.
As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Loss of 5. Second down coming up.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, it's Tomlinson. Got the back over the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Really nice execution by this offense. This is the time, right? Late in the football game, got to get a few 1st downs to preserve this lead, to get out of here with the W. They trust their quarterback. They protect him. They get the 1st down.
Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way way down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line, those guys up front. You've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To throw, it's Tomlinson. Oh, they're after him. Got a 1st down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Lost a throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And the quarterback takes a knee.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
This has got to make this team feel good. They were road warriors coming into this hostile environment and playing as well as they did. That's going to make them feel great moving forward.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, it just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.